Hello everyone, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. Alright, today's video is a little bit different. I just wanted to show you this box first. So you can see it's full of bits and pieces that are pre-made, and I can go into and I can, when I'm making journals, and I can just dig in and find things that, I can use in my journals and stuff. So all sorts of fun things in here. So in today's session, I'm going to add things to this box. And the way that comes about is from this box. So in this box, I have all sorts of things that I throw in when I'm making journals. Okay, and I have leftovers, and then I just throw bits and pieces in, things that I think that I might use for something. You know how we have things that we say, yeah, I'm not going to throw this out because I can actually use this for something. So what I do in my little 15-minute session, which is what I'm going to do today, I pull out about 10 items or so. I close my eyes and just randomly pull out things, lay them out in front of me, and then craft for 15 minutes, and I make whatever I think that I can make in that time. So I'm going to do that on camera today. So first thing I'm going to do is choose 10 things. I'm going to close my eyes. All right, here we go. So when I say 10 things, I mean I just put my hand in there and I pull out a few bits and pieces. I'm not so rigid that I'm going to now count these pieces and then get rid of everything that's over the 10 pieces. So the idea is not to have all these things in front of you so that you get lost, overwhelmed, or that you start rummaging through looking for that perfect piece. The idea is you only work with what's in front of you. This is a great little thing to do when feeling, when stuck in a rut. So now I'm going to put my timer on for 15 minutes, and I'm going to just start crafting without thinking too much. All right, here we go. So it's on 15 minutes now. I mean, when I'm by myself in my craft room, if I feel like working more than 15 minutes, I'm going to work more than 15 minutes. So I'm just going to see if I can, decide what I'm going to do with these. Okay, so I'm thinking with this piece, I'm going to sew this because this is open over here, and then I can have this ready to be a page and a signature. I can actually sew it into my journal. So the first thing I'm going to do now is sew around, and I also have to get rid of this sticky residue over here. I first started doing these 15-minute sessions a while ago, maybe a few years ago, when I'm stuck in a rut and I'm not sure what to work on, or I'm working on a project, say a journal, and then I'm over it. I want to stop working on that journal for a bit, then I'm not sure what to do, and then I just do random little projects like this. This paper that kind of doesn't go, but I feel like using it for something, so I will. But I want to cover this side, so maybe I can do a little collage on this side with my things here. I'm just pulling out bits and pieces. Oh, there's even, I can use that side of that. So I'm just choosing some different elements where I can cover this side and maybe have that side for some journaling or something like that. What else do I have? Let's see. Maybe it can be a front piece for a journal. Something that can go on the front cover. In which case, I'm going to change it around slightly. So I started off feeling like this is going to be a journaling spot in a journal. Then I changed my mind, and then I made it into a front piece for a journal. Something like this. And I really like this fabric, so let's see if I can get a piece in there. I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and just sew it all together. 2 minutes. Well, that's fine. I don't mind if I go over. Nobody's going to punish me. Okay, so that was 15 minutes. Oh, stop. That was 15 minutes. So I'm just going to keep working until I'm done with this piece, but I'm going to see how long over 15 minutes it takes me. So here's my little thing. that I have done. I'm just trimming off the excess over here, and then I can back this on some tea dyed paper and make it into a journaling spot. But it's just a collage piece. I mean, it's not, you know, a masterpiece, but it's just a little fun something. And the fabric has crunched up all here, so I'm thinking that I might add something there. Let's see if I can find something in my pile. Oh, this is good. Maybe I'm gonna sew this on as well. Here we go. And now this piece can go somewhere. Maybe there. I'm gonna put it there. So perhaps I should have actually filmed the whole process, the sewing as well. But this is kind of the first time I'm doing this type of a video where, you know, I don't really know, you know, what's gonna happen, and I feel restricted with time. And when I sew, I usually bring my sewing machine right here. So it would take more time to set up, and I just wasn't sure how to go about it. But maybe if you guys like this sort of a thing, maybe next time I can maybe do it in a little bit differently. All right, I'm gonna stop this timer. So it's about 20 minutes that I've been crafting, and I just want to see how this will look. So let's see. This was a book that I've used up in my crafting, and this is just a cover that's waiting to be made into a journal. So if I was to do something like this on a cover, I think that looks really pretty, and all I have to do is add some pages. So, or since I've made this pocket that's going to go into a journal, it's going to be bound into a journal. What I could perhaps do, because this looks quite messy at the back, I could back it onto some tea dye paper, something like this. So I tea dye even these papers that are that have writing on one side. So if I just glue it onto something like this, it becomes a journaling spot. But the word journal, I think it just is going to look perfect on a journal like this. I would cut off these little bits and pieces. All right, so now this will go into my box. Well, actually this one, because I intended this one to be sewn into a journal, maybe even this journal, if it will fit. It does fit, so that would actually look quite nice in that journal. I think I'm actually going to make this journal next. So generally, because this is a page that's going to go into my journal, I have a system for that. So in this little box, I have some pages, I have book pages, I have some ready-made signatures that I put in there, and you know, things like that. So even like little pieces. So I can, when I'm making a journal, I can come in here and choose papers. I can go, I'll have this one, I'll have that one, I'll have that one, so on and so forth. So because this is going to be for a journal, for a signature, this is going to live in here. But since I've decided that I'm going to be making this journal, I'm just going to keep these two together. And now I know that that's my next project. So this box unfortunately hasn't gotten a new friend today, but that's okay. The idea is to start creating and just make something, and then it takes you wherever, you know. This is like a little journaling spot that I made just the other night, and I made this, and that little booklet. So I made these 3 bits in 15 minutes the other night. I know today I went over 15 minutes, but that's not the point. The point is not, you know, to do the 15 minutes. When you're restricted with the amount of things that you can use and the amount of time that you can spend on it, you will just go through the process without thinking, overthinking, or rummaging for the perfect thing that you need. I've given myself 15 minutes, but I'm not very rigid with that rule. If I'm not finished with the project, I will go over. This one I didn't, so I did these 3 in 15 minutes, and I think that's pretty cool. Like, that's, you know, a bit of embellishments ready to go. As far as these little bits and pieces go, this one wasn't part of it. Now I have, you know, I still have all of these things. So if I'm feeling particularly creative, you know, if I've got time, I might keep crafting. But for today, I think what happens is these bits and pieces go back into the box. But I can see, like, this little tiny thing right here, and then if I can find, maybe I can make a quick little tag. So I'm just gonna see what's this. See what I mean? Like I just feel like adding more stuff, doing more stuff. Well, I simply just cannot help myself, so that's what I'm going to do. I am just going to make a little tag. It was right there and it was calling my name, and it just has to be done. Or maybe I can flip this over to this side. Yep. Even though I didn't ink the edges because I thought I was going to cut it off. Maybe I can do it a little bit now. And now I want to make it into a tag shape. Use my little template thing over here. Tags are always handy to have plenty on hand because they go into pockets and all that sort of stuff, into little envelopes, you know. And now this little piece that inspired this tag, and I'm going to just sew around. And here we go, here's a little tag, and I think that actually goes quite nice with this journal, well, journal to be. It's going to look quite nice in there together with these pages. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to neaten all of this up and sew a signature in there, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So that's it for today's craft sesh. I hope you feel inspired. I think the idea is to just start creating something, and then it's going to take you maybe in an unexpected direction, so you don't always need to know exactly what you're doing and what comes next and etc. Let me know what you guys think of this type of video. I might do more often if you feel inspired. Maybe I will include the sewing in the actual video. Let me know if you have any suggestions. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!